your towel. We don't know.
Sein Gegner, der hat vor 5 Tagen erst in China in einem Finale gestanden. Das war sein 13. Finale. Vielleicht hat er es deshalb nicht gewonnen. Heute aber bestreitet er sein 14. Finale bei einem Weltranglistenturnier. Auf der Jagd nach seinem 8. Titel. Hier hat er bereits zweimal, 2008 und 2009 triumphiert. Er ist ein Triple Crown Champion. Er ist der Magician. Er ist Shaun Murphy.
That was Rolf Kell.
Meine Damen und Herren, wünsche ich den Spielern viel Erfolg und Ihnen spannende und allerbeste Snooker-Unterhaltung. Viel Spaß!
Well, as I was going to say that was Rolf Kell who's done he's produced quite a rousing set of speeches as ever. He is the voice of snooker in Germany and the face of snooker, so enjoyable all of that. Now we've got the serious business of who's going to be the Paul Hunter Classic winner of 2017. These are the two men that have survived over a couple of days. Shaun winning through on Friday, and of course yesterday Michael White was the man who was successful at the end. They both got through to the last 8 of their respective days, and today they've carried on winning basically.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. The first frame. Shaun Murphy's a break.
Both players already on £10,000, and it'll be doubled up for the winner. So we look forward to this final. 2 form players. I might be speaking very loud because Shaun said he could hear the commentary earlier on. Don't really want that. Michael, of course, this morning beat Mark Selby along the way. Not for the first time in his career. That's a great start. Ranking tournament winner. There's a few more to come as well. Happened in the previous match, so Shaun had hardly seen the ball in the first 2 frames against his first Southwelsh colleague Jamie Jones in the semi-final, but he came through in the odd frame in the end. But early on, he never got a shot.
$38. $45.
Pretty
Michael White
bad miscue, but
but
more than enough to win the opening frame for Michael White, and comfortably takes a 1-0 lead.
$6. So we'll just keep still at the back while the players down on shot, please.
Just some movement in the crowd, right in his eye line. Didn't put him off. That's always good. He really wants to see that. What sort of angle on the red does he have? Does he have an angle to disturb the pink and black here? Is there going to be out of commission for the moment? Certainly the black he might be able to get through to move it. Well, not now that the pink's gone there. I'm just wondering whether Shaun made a misjudgment there, did he? No, he can get through just about to this one. Lucky. I can see what he tried.
One. Brown ball. Shaun Murphy, 1. The miss.
Long way out. Needs some help here. Well, he's got some help, all right. Outrageous fluke. Outrageous. As well as winning the big one in
17.
Sheffield back in May. So if you can beat Selby, you can beat anybody.
22.
Very confident start. In general, he's missed very little. And so, maybe that's the start of Murphy starting to play in this final.
$77.
Well, there's one way to show that you're really still in a match is make a big break like this.
84.
Well, no century.
Shaun Murphy,
Surprised
84.
that he missed an 84, but it's well. Good pot. Next one's equally as difficult, I think, whichever colour he takes. Oh, well done. There was pressure on that. That was missable. Well, he played a couple of good shots to get himself in. A good red and a good pink, but then missed a rest shot, which I thought he'd get.
Yeah. 1.
was close, but it really was a shot that put him under a lot of pressure
Shaun
having
Murphy,
to play.
9.
Shot before he
1.
hadn't really recovered from the total clearance, of course, and then a 1-4-3 the next day, yesterday, from Mark Selby. And that was in his first round match against Michael Holt.
78.
Quite extraordinary that to meet in the first round, because they both could have won the whole thing.
80.
And the tournament's had some good moments with the amateur stages. All kinds of players were here the other day involved in that. Some good youngsters and some players who are just playing for the fun of it.
83.
George Pragnell, who's a good player, but he is actually an amateur status. He was still in it this morning, having got through. Takes some doing. The ladies world champion, Ryan Evans, 11 times ladies world champion. She was in it as well.
Michael White, 83, and the break.
83 the break. Early on, we know how well he's queuing.
One.
Of course, the other thing to say is, as much as he's playing particularly well, at least he's been in 2 finals, but he would hate to lose in 2 finals in the space of 5 days. It's great to get there, but you want to pick up a trophy and lift it up at the end of the table and
6.
celebrate.
Seven.
He's unlucky and he slipped past the black.
One.
Ah, well, straight back in. Very, very surprised at that. Very surprised.
Michael White, 27. One.
That's a nice cannon. He's pushed it near the pocket. I don't know if it's actually
28.
just looking down on the table. Yes, he can certainly cut it in.
29.
So he leads by 22 points here, Shaun Murphy. He needs the red and another colour after whatever colour he takes here. He's not going to take anything but a bulk colour. Oh, that struggled in. That's why his cue ball's not perfectly placed either.
32.
You've got to pot it and usually use force to get onto the next colour. However, you've got to put the balls leading up to it. He's missed a couple of rest shots
Michael
tonight,
White,
hasn't he?
6.
There was another one. So a second chance to close out this match, but the cue ball needs to slow down or get an absolutely dream kiss like the one that he got.
Five. Nine.
So this is the moment. It's the pink, and to get onto the black, of course, wherever he finishes on the black, it's still got to be got. Even if he's right behind it, it is missable. Oh, it's very missable from here. So this is for the tournament. This is the one. I think he's got to go for it. I don't see any point in not going for this, but it's distinctly missable. So what does he do? His body language says he doesn't fancy it. Because he can just hit it full in the face and take the black ball up the table and leave the cue ball guaranteed under the rail, but well, this is to win it. You've got to try and put it this way, if he loses the frame, will he get another chance like this? It's a difficult call, and it's a difficult shot. And that was always going to be the problem. Wow.
Michael White's 20.
Very close. There might have been an argument to play it even slower than that. Well, the games continue. Michael White is in play there, but he's got it. He's played it very well. He's not worried about the red in near the middle, and if he can put the disappointments of that last black behind him, which, let's be honest, his body language didn't suggest he fancied it one bit. Wonderful.
85.
He must be feeling great about things now.
$91.
Best moment as a snooker player this, when you know you've won, whether it be a match or, goodness me, a tournament.
92.
And you just basically, the lap of honour this is, as such, frame and match one. But the table is still yours. Well, he's gone up and down twice. I'm not sure if he played this. If he did, it's a seriously good shot. Either fantastic shot or
97.
a good outcome. I'm not sure which. No century, what a shame.
97.
Shaun Murphy sporting in defeat. He's lost in two finals actually in the space of
Very well played, Michael. Well done.
6 days. But we should be pleased with his work, and that man, Michael White, has won his second ranking tournament. Already former winner of the Indian Open Cup in Germany. Pleased, he's delighted. And why shouldn't he be? Very proud moment for him. Tournament named after one of the great